Imagine this. A missing college student, no crime scene, no body, and yet, a conviction for murder. This is the haunting story of Kristin Smart, a case that's kept California and the whole country guessing for almost 3 decades. It all started on May 25, 1996. Kristin, just 19, went to a party at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. Her friends said she was the life of the room, but by sunrise, she'd vanished. No one saw her after Paul Flores, the last person to walk her home. Her parents reported her missing within 2 days, but police figured she'd just taken off. But her friends knew better. Kristin wasn't the kind of person to just disappear. Cadaver dogs hit on Flores's dorm, no body, no blood, nothing concrete. Years passed, and the case went cold. Flores's story kept changing, and with every twist, suspicion grew. But it wasn't until 2021, 25 years later, that technology gave investigators a break-ground penetrating radar, showed suspicious soil under Flores's father's house. Even without a body, the evidence, witness statements, cadaver dogs, shifting alibis, finally added up. In 2022, Paul Flores was convicted for Kristin's murder. But Kristin still hasn't been found. Her family has waited nearly 30 years for answers, and the question still haunts us. Where is Kristin Smart? Sometimes the absence of evidence is the loudest clue of all. If you know anything, reach out. And don't forget to subscribe for more cases that refuse to be forgotten. As investigators dug deeper, the voices of those who saw Kristin that night became crucial. Each account added another layer to the mystery, and to the mounting suspicion. Witness 1, female. I saw Kristin leave the party with Paul. She seemed uneasy, like she wanted to get away. Witness 2, male. Paul told me he walked her home, but he was sweating and nervous. He kept changing his story. Detective, female. We interviewed everyone at the party. The timelines didn't add up. Paul's dorm room was cleaned top to bottom the next day. Prosecutor, male. We had no body, but the witness statements painted a chilling picture. The tension grew as the investigation deepened, and the truth seemed just out of reach. As the investigation intensified, new pieces of evidence began to surface, each more disturbing than the last. Detective, female. Transcript, May 28, 1996. Paul, where did you go after the party? Paul, I went straight to my room. But security footage showed him outside at 3 a.m. Despite Paul's insistence, the facts didn't line up. Defense attorney, female. There's no physical evidence tying Paul to Kristin's disappearance. But the absence of a body wasn't enough to quell suspicions. Prosecutor, male. Cadaver dogs alerted in Paul's dorm. Soil samples from his father's house showed signs of human decomposition. The evidence was circumstantial, but it was mounting. Each detail, each inconsistency painted a picture that was becoming harder to ignore. With no body, the case teetered on the edge of doubt and conviction. Narrator, male. Just when the case seemed closed, a new witness came forward. She claimed to have seen Kristin alive weeks after the party. Detective, female. We reopened the investigation, but the lead went cold. The mystery deepened. Was Kristin really gone, or was there more to the story? Narrator, male. To this day, the case remains open-ended. The truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. Narrator, male. Months after the conviction, a sealed letter surfaced. It was written by a former friend of Paul Flores. The letter read, I can't keep this secret anymore. Paul told me he did something terrible that night. He said, no one will ever find her. Witness 3, female. He was drunk and crying. He said he wished he could take it back. Detective, female. We tracked down the friend. She confirmed the letter was hers, but without a body it was still just words. Prosecutor, male. This confession, though indirect, added a chilling layer to the case. Narrator, male. The revelation sent shockwaves through the community, reigniting hope for closure and justice. Narrator, male. A new piece of evidence emerged, a missing security tape from the night Kristin vanished. It was the final, elusive piece in a puzzle that had haunted everyone involved. Detective, female. Transcript, June 2, 1996. Where's the tape from the East Hall? Officer, it was checked out but never returned. Defense attorney, female. Without the tape, there's no proof of Paul's movements. The doubt will always linger. Prosecutor, male. But the logbook showed Paul's father was in the building that night. The truth, perhaps, was closer than anyone realized. Narrator, male. The missing tape became the case's most haunting clue, a silent witness that could have changed everything. In the end, justice was decided not by what was seen but by what was missing. For Kristin's family, the ache of uncertainty endures, but the nation learned that sometimes the absence of evidence is the loudest echo of all. And so the story closes, not with answers but with the hope that one day the truth will finally be found. Narrator, male. Years passed, but Kristin's family never gave up. In 2024, a construction crew unearthed human remains near the Flores property. DNA confirmed it was Kristin. Detective, female. We finally brought her home. Prosecutor, male. Justice was served, but the scars remain. Kristin's mother, female. We waited so long, now we can finally say goodbye. Narrator, male. The case that haunted a nation was finally closed, but the lessons about hope, persistence, and the search for truth will never be forgotten.